Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news.
It's very outside of the box.
Hail day.
I love Friday.
Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares. From A to B.
Uncut. Is that you?
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered cast on
Complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite host, and today we are looking at Shadowcast Uncut, episode 202. And I'm skipping ahead 2 spots because Greg is not here tonight, unfortunately. He's at what was he? Some dinner? He's at a dinner.
He's at an asshole convention.
Is that Legends? Is that Legends convention?
I mean, it only comes once a year, Robert.
No, okay.
And Justin is not feeling 100% tonight. So, for those listening to this on YouTube, don't expect any pictures and don't comment with where are the pictures. There's links in the comments, you stupid motherfucker. You can click on them there.
I think people should comment. If you love us, ask for the pictures.
Yes.
We have a few T-shirts available. We're going to be making another order. So if you want a T-shirt, please let us know what size you're looking for so we can accommodate that ass. And outside of that, please leave us a 5-star review on iTunes.
After you just called them stupid, it's not happening.
No, I didn't call them stupid. Only a certain variety, Justin.
That's
only
right.
a certain variety. And
they are leaving 1-star reviews right now.
Look, not everybody can be a genius. You know what I mean? Like if you're stupid, say you're stupid. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Did you say genius?
No, it's a genius.
Genie in a bottle?
Genius?
A genius is the type of person that you rub their computer 3 times and they pop out. I don't know.
Not everybody can be a genius.
Genius! I love it.
Yeah, purpose that time. But anyway, please leave us a review. If you don't want to get a T-shirt and support the show, it's okay. We understand there's hard times. Don't be posting a whole bunch of pictures of your third-party toys, though, because we ain't trying to hear that shit. But if you can't afford to buy a T-shirt or something, we get it. We understand. But please leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. It really helps us out, and it helps the show circulate so that we can be mentioned up there with the big boys.
Yay, big boys.
So, before we get started, we want to give a special shout-out to another member of the Cool Table. Real quick, for those listening, at the end of the show, Robert says he shouts out the Cool Table Network shows. The Cool Table Network is a network that we have created of like-minded podcasts that are within our genre. So there's lots of shows. There's Realm of Collectors. They have 2 shows, Enter the Realm and a Hangout show. And then there's Beer and Bolters 40K. That's a 40K show. Nerd Rage Radio. That's Adam and I and Joe KW when he can make it. And then there's Toy Detox that puts out a show every once in a while with Brave and Tyler.
Snowflake.
And a certain Benedict Arnold.
And then there's Plastic Fanatics, which is a really insightful show. The unfortunate side of Plastic Fanatics is that James knows more than everyone else on the planet about nerd shit, so it kind of ends up it's almost like classes in session when he gets into it.
He's a nice guy too.
Oh my God, I would like to really meet him in person. And then there is Stasis Locke. Which I've never listened to. But anyway, we say it at the end in the Robert voice because it's Shattercast, but it's a real thing. It's part of the Cool Table Network. We are part of the Cool Table Network. We're all happy to be a part of it. And you guys should check out some of the other shows on the network because they're all pretty good.
Did you forget someone? I think you forgot something.
Did I?
8 weeks.
Oh, no, I didn't. Wait, what's that? Wait, come on, hold on 1 second. My wife just got home. She was making a frowny, rainy day face.
Uh-oh.
Hell Hasbro reviews on the Table Network too. So.
T2RX reviews.
That sucks.
T2RX 6 reviews.
That sucks. Whatever you want to do. I don't care. I seriously don't care. Okay. With that being said, there's not going to be a whole lot of editing to this show either because Justin's feeling a bit under the weather. However, Justin,
I feel like he's teasing you. I think he's teasing you, Justin.
Yeah, Justin's ill. He's on his deathbed.
I'm on my deathbed.
He doesn't have it. He can't get it together. Look,
menstruation.
But he was able to copy and paste. Luckily, thoughts and prayers and likes and shares. G Money, also known as Gary, part of the ROC Hangout show. I think is heading up. Is he the guy?
Yeah.
Is he the?
Yeah, he's
the guy?
ambassador. He's ambassador.
So he is heading up a Realm of Collectors weight loss challenge. Now look, we know, okay? We all know what time it is. We all know the genre in which we are. We know there's a few people that spend a little too much time playing the old Battlefront 2 and not enough time out there walking around the lake.
Fatties.
So,
sweaty fatties.
This is what he sent. We're going to read it verbatim so that we can make sure to get all of the information out there. And he said, could you mention the ROC Weight Loss and Wellness Challenge? It's all in the ROC FB group. So if you go on Facebook and you search Realm of Collectors on Facebook, you'll find the group. You can join the group with a challenge-specific group set up. So they have the challenge group all set up within there. It should be easy. We've been talking about it on Tuesdays. It's only $20 to participate. I know what you're thinking. Money, but relax. Rules and details are posted. People were really excited, but signups have been slow so far. Realm of Procrastinators. It starts 12/1. I'm trying to keep it fun and entertaining, but obviously productive as well. So everybody puts in $20. The person with the lowest, or the lowest, no, it's not the lowest weight, right? It's the most pounds lost, ends up winning the pot. So it's a little buy-in in order to get you motivated to get off of your ass, put the Cheetos down, and do something for your health. Because at the end of the day, we're all trying to fucking be around for our families and our loved ones, and to get Shattercast is interested. Keep getting those thumbs up on the YouTubes.
Notably, the end part was added by Bobby.
What's up with you and Cheetos?
Should be Doritos and beef jerky.
Actually, you want to know? You want to know the truth behind that?
Yes.
So for ever since I started my kind of lifestyle change, I'll call it, for eating.
Put the dick down.
I have one serving. I actually have one serving of baked Cheetos at lunch.
Make sure the Cheetos are super fresh.
Which is 37 Cheetos.
You eat 37 Cheetos a day?
Count that shit out, Mac.
I do. I count it out.
That's a lot of fucking Cheetos.
Yeah, baked Cheetos though.
Yeah.
So they're like it's like the
calorie counting.
Yeah, I'm just counting the calories, man.
I could eat 37 Cheetos a day.
Robert D, you might not want to eat any Cheetos if you know what I'm saying.
You can eat 37 just, while you're brushing your teeth.
You might have 37 Cheetos stuck in between your teeth.
And that collar. You gotta stick in that collar. I bet he's got a big old bag of field Cheetos in his collar. Just a big old puffy bag.
My wife always criticizes the color of my teeth. She thinks they're too yellow.
But look,
brush them things, Mac.
Are you a coffee drinker, Robert?
Yes.
That's why.
I like that about you. But look, it's a serious thing. Join the Realm of Collectors Facebook group. Enter the ROC Weight Loss Challenge. Kick in $20. It'll keep you motivated. If enough people get in, imagine what that payoff will be if you actually stick to a kind of strict regimen. You'll be buying third-party figures in no time. And, to get you outside of that basement and help get you a little healthy.
Or
mom
keep you around. Or borrow $20 from your mom, right, JC?
With that being said, I am joined by the other host of Shadowcast tonight, and I'm going to go around. I'm going to ask them how they're doing, and I'm going to ask them what they got at the same exact goddamn time. So, Robert D, how are you doing? What'd you get?
I'm doing well. I'm feeling the holiday spirit. I really am. I feel like this is the first. It's been 3.5 years since I went out on my own. I started my own practice, and I'm finally starting to relax. It took a long time to. It really is almost like PTSD. When you're working in a law firm and, it's just morning, noon, and night, 7 days a week. And then you don't do that and your body cannot accommodate. You just still have that level of stress. And I feel like I'm finally relaxing. I'm very thankful for everything that I have, and all the loved ones in my life, which are a lot more important than the things that I have. But so yeah. But I got Thanksgiving dinner. I'm hosting tomorrow. It's a feast. That's what I'm thinking of it as, a Thanksgiving feast. I don't think of it as a holiday dinner. I think of it as a fucking, a vomitorium-like feast that I want to create. And I've been stressed out about it. Definitely a lot of anxiety over stupid shit. But looking forward to tomorrow. But definitely today, I came home and settled down with the family, and I was very happy. I'm like, it's the holidays. And I had that moment. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's the holidays. I was feeling it yesterday. I sent you that audio clip with silver and gold.
Yeah, you did.
And so yeah, I'm feeling good. And what did I get this week? I got I haven't heard many people talk about it, so I'm not going to do the voice. I got the MMC Omni, and I haven't even transformed him yet, but pretty cool. No one really told me that he does a peekaboo if you look at him from a certain angle. You look in that window from a certain angle.
Is he creeping?
Yes! If you look in that windshield at a certain angle, he's like, hello.
How you doing?
How you doing? But he's pretty heavy. He's a heavy fella. I didn't get to handle the Toy World, so that kind of sucks. I didn't get to really compare. So we'll see. I'll send this along to you fellas to take a look at after I get to play with them a little bit.
Yeah, Justin, I sent that lockdown your way, by the way.
Okay.
Bobby loved it.
It was great. It was a great figure.
Just not for me. I gotta tell you, Bobby. Bobby gave the whole "if you like it, you win" kind of esque speech for the Peru Kill review, and I was all right with that because he was like, he didn't want to hate on it. Yeah, I sensed a little, I don't know what I'd call bitchiness towards me in the beginning. You're like, Robert said I was gonna love it. It's a big deal.
I'm just messing with you, man.
I know you were. You knew I'd hear that. But yeah, but I forget what I was going to say. So, that's it. Whatchamacallit? I think Justin will like it, but it is what it is. I'll send Omni along after I play with him. That's it. That's all I got. That and a 22-pound turkey.
Okay, Matthew Deluxe Baldwin, how you feeling? And did you get anything?
I'm doing really good. I don't have a big speech like Robert did, but I got Part B of Fans Toy Omega, so I got to build him, and he is glorious. And I got some Power of the Primes. I got Jazz, Windblade, not Windblade, got Dreadwind, and Slug, or Slag, whatever. And I think that's it. Built my other Detox up, and
it looks like trash.
Bobby tore it down.
It looks terrible. Man, it's the worst Detox I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, wait. Detox I've ever seen in my life.
Come here for a second. You got to hear this. It's gonna be great.
This is gonna be great. It's gonna make you feel like shit.
I had to take the Autobot one down anyways because I built it wrong.
And it looked terrible.
It looked terrible. Ball sack looks terrible.
It does. Bobby has an notoriously ugly ball sack.
What's wrong? You gotta apprehend. I'm sorry that you're eating. It's gonna take 2 seconds.
She's on the rack, dude. Leave her alone.
Think of Matt Baldwin's Detox. Come on!
Put Laura on.
On a scale from 1 to 10. She didn't want to say. She didn't want to hurt your feelings. She's a nice person.
She's a wonderful
You gotta rework
person.
it, buddy. You gotta rework it. It doesn't look good.
I know. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I love the idea.
Like the white. Like I like the white wood.
Yeah, I've got a lot of.
So to speak.
I've got a lot of compliments on the whiteness. But I love the idea of the evolution and everything. But I don't know if I don't know if it's gonna fit the Detox life. So I may have to go another direction. Maybe a legend on each, shelf, and that's it. And then just call it a day. But I'll figure something out. Like I said, I had to take the Autobot one down because I built it wrong. I had the Tommy old barricade. He pointed out that I had it wrong, and so I had to take it down and fix it.
You got trolled.
No, he just messaged me, and he didn't say anything in my thing. He's like, man, I just want to tell you, you didn't put it up right. I was like, thank you, man. I wonder because it did fall. The Skyfire, he did fall, and or Jetfire, whatever you want to call it. And
wait, was he like, you did it wrong, and you were like, what did I do wrong about it? He goes, and he just did a whole circle around the whole detail.
No, he just said I had the metal, the rods that go, that hold the shelves. I had them outside out instead of inside, and so that's why
the problem with the problem with that detail setup that you have, Matt, is that it's somehow you have found a way to make it like, I don't know, it's like you've defied the laws of physics somehow.
I felt like good. First of all, me and my wife loved it.
Don't bring your wife into it to like somehow like fucking.
Doesn't give a shit.
No. My wife said, "Fuck those guys." My wife said, "Fuck those guys." I like it, and if they don't, you're not doing it for them anyways. You're doing it for you, and that's all that matters. And I said, and she said, if you like it, then you fucking like it. Fuck those guys.
She told you if you like it, you win. She knows it's trash too. Look, here's the thing, if somehow you have found a way to make it look too busy and yet not full enough. Like, I'm telling you, I just saw somebody today. They just had they were putting an MMC Overlord up for sale, and they just had Overlord in the Detox by himself. Looked great.
I mean, I could put combiners in there. I have a couple. I have the Predicate.
I would try the combiner route. Just because, like, you want it to be a statement. That shit gets lost in the sauce, especially like the one of the problems. There's a problem that I feel like Justin is facing as well, because Justin has that trap. Did you hear, Justin, you got shouted out in the Realm of Collectors this week?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you made you got picked for the like one of the pictures of the week.
Nice.
They were just digging the Ghostbusters Detox.
I'll take it.
But here's the thing about it is that so the trap the trap is a great piece. And it's unique. It's a unique piece. It's awesome. But that bottom piece, that bottom display piece, it needs to have it needs to feel anchored. The trap, I don't feel like feels anchored enough. The Insecticons feel like the thing could float away at any moment.
I thought that would look good.
It doesn't. It doesn't. I might have thought it looked.
I'll run some other thing. I'll redo them and I'll run them by you. So you
I
wanted
it to look good as well. I'm excited for you. I like how you have one Detox in one corner of the room, the other Detox in the opposite corner. I think that looks cool. I think the setup looks cool. I think the white wood against the brown walls looks good. So to speak, that was even worse. But I
had brown walls. I can't help that.
No, that wasn't. I think the wall color. I think the paint color is great. I think it looks fantastic. I think everything looks fantastic except for the pieces that you chose to put in it.
Okay. Fuck you all, man.
Shout out to Robert D. Robert D. told him put one legend on each shelf off center,
and put it in your kitchen.
I'm gonna put you in my kitchen. But anyway, that's all I got, and yeah, that's all.
Justin. How are you doing aside from being sick?
Can't complain.
Well, good.
Yeah, I'm doing good. That's all. No, what else? What else were we? What else besides how am I doing?
Did you get anything?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got. As I try to figure out the conundrum of my Detox to make it what I want it to be, I got a MT500 Motorola walkie-talkie, which is like the last like kind of prop thing I could think of for Ghostbusters. So it's awesome. I like it. I think it looks cool. What else did I get? I got some lights for that Detox. That was fun. And what else did I get? Transformers. I did get something sort of. I feel a little dirty saying it, but ultimately I'm happy with it. I got the Jinbao oversized Warbitron, and I think he looks awesome next to the Toy World Devastator. So it's everything I want it to be, and I'm happy. So, yeah, and that's all I think.
Shame on you.
You know what? No shame on me. I like it, Robert. You know what? I'll tell you this much. For the same price as one of those Warbotron limbs, I'm pretty happy with it. It's pretty good for its price.
Shame on you nonetheless.
Yeah, I don't care.
Do you know you just took money out of Warbotron's pocket?
Well, I already paid for a Warbotron, so I don't care.
Well, you know what the funny thing is? It's so long after Warbotron's release. You really have to consider that as a factor. Like, it's really, what's the harm? You know what I mean? I mean, seriously, consider that, right?
That's a fair point.
It's fair, but I mean, like, for me, it's just the fact that, like, you know, they already got my money. You know, they got it once.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
You know what else is a fair point? The top of Tyler F's head.
Also a fair point.
Oh, that was funny. So let me tell you guys what I got this week.
What did you get, Bobby?
First of all, I'm doing well.
How you doing, Bobby?
Quite well, thank you.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how well?
Yes.
I'm gonna put. You know what? Not for nothing. I'm gonna put it at a 9.
Very good.
Wow.
I'm gonna put it at a 9.
Is that because you did another Praetorian Guard review?
No, but I got one more coming, so I hope you're ready.
Yes.
No, it's because like everything is starting to fall in line for me. I went through a couple rocky weeks here recently, and everything's kind of felt out of sorts. You ever know how you ever feel like you just have no control over your life, like things at work are a little weird, and things in the your room isn't clean, and the one drawer you always go to get your pens out from, there's no black pens in it, or what, like everything just seems wrong. And I was going through that for a bit, and everything has kind of fallen in line recently. Everything has kind of course corrected and got back on track. So I'm actually in a really good space. Bar one thing, there's one thing weighing on me at the moment, but
what's that, Bobby?
The Nerd Rage schedule. I got to see how that sorts out. So we're going to talk about it tomorrow morning. So we'll see how that goes.
Trouble in Paradise?
No. It's just like Adam went to day work and on the mopping gig, so it's posed a scheduling challenge, and I just have to see, where that ends up putting us. I'm not sure that we'll see.
You heard it first. Nerd Rage is on the outs.
No. We're all in a good spot. It's just our schedules aren't. So I'll say the best for last. I'm not sure if I mentioned it last week, but I got the Figuarts Kylo Ren and Praetorian Guard and BB-8. So I got them. They're all good.
Is that the one with the big ass head?
The Kylo Ren or the Praetorian Guard?
The fucking Kylo Ren with the giant fucking head.
Head isn't that big. It's just hair. The hair is on the head, and the hair is big. But they sculpt the hair. What are you gonna do? I got the Hasbro Black Series Amazon Praetorian Guard exclusive.
Saw that.
I had the opportunity to take a look at the Unique Toys Peru Kill, which is a really good figure and one of the best engineered figures I've seen all year, if not all time.
Isn't it?
It is.
I'm going to refer to him exclusively as Venezuela Massacre.
And thanks to Randy B, I got my hands on a Marvel Legends Black Widow from the classic series. So that is the only one I wanted from that wave. And I'm not getting the Black Panther wave, so I'm saving some money over the next couple months.
Wow.
The Black Panther.
Why?
Because the Black Panther wave is all it's either all movie representations or characters I already have.
I thought he was going to say Black Panther, and I was going to call him out as the racist he was.
No.
Exactly.
No. And Black Panther is one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe, but the thing is the characters that aren't from the movie I already have represented elsewhere in my collection of Marvel Legends. So, like I told Robert, my Marvel Legends collection is coming to an end. There will be fewer and further between in terms of purchases.
I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait until you keep buying them, and then you start stepping about it.
Look, man, last year I was buying every wave, and this year I'm buying one figure out of 2 waves back to back. Just something to chew on there, Robert. I'm not just whistling Dixie, as it were.
Right. Now he's on to the Hot Toys Marvel collection. Totally different.
It's because of Hot Toys. You're right.
We're not going to talk about that right now. I'm not in a good place. I'm not in a good place.
Man, he put you out, man.
He did. We had him and I shared a little private moment earlier today, and he aired that shit out there like dirty laundry. I hope Adam did that. And most importantly, I had the electricity run into my new room in my basement. So
You got it framed out. You got it framed out too.
Yeah, but didn't I mention that last?
No.
No, I guess I didn't because it just happened this past weekend. So yep, it's framed and the electricity is run. So all I need now is the drywall, which is supposed to come this weekend, and then the riser, and then the carpet, and it's ready to rock and roll. I actually already bought the furniture. So I'm steps ahead. Like I'm in a good spot.
You got the furniture?
Mm-hmm. So I went to Ashley. For those that don't know, Ashley's like it's not great furniture, but it's not IKEA either.
Is it Bob's?
I don't know what that means.
You don't know Bob's Discount Furniture?
I feel like the name is familiar, but I mean it's like a chain. Ashley Furniture's like a chain. I'm sure there's one up there.
Okay.
It's not fucking.
We have Ashley Furniture here.
Yeah. It's not Restoration Hardware, but it's not fucking IKEA. You know, it's not Pier 14. It's like somewhere in the. I would say if it was a socioeconomic class, it would be middle lower class.
When you say Pier 14, do you mean Pier 1 Imports?
Yes. I'm sorry that. You know why I fucked that up? There was a restaurant I always used to eat at in Myrtle Beach called Pier 14, I think.
Yeah, that's
Bobby excuse face.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we got a couch and a love seat for 60% off with free shipping and setup. So
I just want you to know, Bobby.
Wait.
Any seat can be a love seat.
That's fair. Fucking Robert said he can't wait. He's not loud down there. And yeah, so we might pick up the TV on Black Friday. Just because it might save us an additional $20. We're taking a gamble on it because we could get it now, but we could save like $20 more if we get it Friday.
That's stupid.
I know it's stupid, but we're like, fuck it, let's throw the dice. Everything is working out for us right now. Like we're on a good luck streak. We're just gonna push it.
You're gonna ride it out until you total your car trying to get a television.
Bobby, it's $20 savings. You fucking, you know what's gonna happen on Black Friday.
I mean, honestly, I think it's like $50 to $100.
You're gonna tell Shoulders to come with you, aren't you?
He's gonna be at Best Buy, and someone's gonna be like, "Is that Bobby Skullface?" And then
no,
that's it. And
none of those things are likely to happen.
Oh, come on.
It's at Target.
He's gonna walk in, and they're gonna be like, "We don't have any left," and he's gonna be like, "Do you know who I am? Do you know who I am?"
And they're gonna be like, Skullface, is that Lithuanian? So yeah, so everything is coming together. The only thing I need is I need to get my little sconces from my wall.
Wait, what about the seating? Besides the love seat?
So I got a couch and a love seat. The couch, the two seats recline, and the love seat has like a console between the two with cup holders, and they recline as well.
Wait a minute, that can't be the seating for your home theater. I thought you were gonna get like theaters, like stadium style seating.
Well, the couch sits up one tier higher than the love seat. So you take a step up to get on the couch.
Yeah, but I mean, that fits 5 uncomfortably?
No, it fits 5 super comfortably. We sat in the theater seating. The shit we picked is much more comfortable.
Good. Cool.
And then we're gonna get like a little like beanbag chair type thing for the floor for like the kids if the kids want to like lay around or whatever.
So wait, I thought you were going with like 6 to 8 seats. So that's about 5.
I wanted 7, but we lost some space. We lost some space with the way that it worked out once it was all boxed out from the framing. So we lost some space.
Hey, quality over quantity. That's what I always say.
Yeah, I mean that's how we had to go. That's how we had to go.
It's not like you're collecting Praetorian Guards, I mean, go for quality over quantity.
I also looked at the Toy World Leia. I don't know if I mentioned that last week or not. I can't remember.
No, but that's trash.
It is. It's not trash. Like there's a lot of things that are good about it. It's just not. It's not a good figure.
That was literally like taking a dog turd and putting some nice paint on it.
Yeah, I swear, man. It's like they got the front half right, and then they were like, somebody walked in and was like, budget cuts. We need this out by Friday.
Hey, Bobby, on a level of my Detox, how trashy is it?
It's got your Detox beat.
Okay.
Except for the Skyfire shelf. The Skyfire shelf has it beat. The rest of that shit, no.
What the fuck ever. My Starscream looks good, man.
What combiners do you have, Matt?
You
got the clear Devi, right?
I do not have clear Devi.
I thought you did.
Oh, you're so weak in your clear game, man.
I have the Predaking and I have the black and purple Predaking.
Black and purple.
That is so 2 years ago.
Yeah, no. The Unique Toys Abominus.
Okay.
That's so 4 years ago.
Orbitron.
Okay. We need one more. We need one more Decepticon one.
Do I have another one? God.
You got fucking Devastator, you asshole.
Devastator doesn't fit.
It's on top. He's on top.
Yeah, he doesn't fit.
I'd have to look again. I think I have someone else. I have that small Brutus too. I had that little.
Well, those four might work. You know, Nerorex, Ferorex, Abominus, and whatever the fuck the other one was. Like that would Bruticus. Like that would work. You know, I would try that. It's just too nice. It looks like too nice a space for what's in there right now. And then what about Autobot combiners? What do you have there?
I got rid of those.
All of them? So you're out?
Combiner Awards. I'm gonna put those in there.
Oh, please don't.
Oh yes. Yes.
You know what it is? It's like, okay, they're Detox, so they're
Detox are hard for Transformers, man. Like they're just not.
I didn't know it was gonna be that hard. I would look so forward to I was so happy to get these. And now, you're making me stressed out, Bobby.
Yeah, dude, 12 inches, so to speak. That's the height.
That's a good day.
That's the height of a figure that you want in that shelf. 10 to 12 inches.
Yeah, the issue is it's clear. So what you've got going on there is some busy space with like somehow clashing with empty space.
Yes.
So
exactly.
If you have a big, beautiful bot, it takes up the space, and then it doesn't get in the way of all the clear space. Like the clear space is part of the display.
Yeah, it's very rare that I've seen a Detox display that I think looks great with Transformers in it. It's just rare.
So should I put Bayverse in it then?
You could. Honestly, shout out any of you listeners, any of you guys. You got your fucking Omega Supreme in a Detox. You're a special kind of moron. I've seen a few of you. Like you're a mwah.
Like I see you.
Moron.
I see you. I see you.
They look all cramped, like Omega in a box.
They have to take a shelf out and put them in a corner.
Yeah, it looks like it almost looks like when like a magician's assistant is getting into a box. Like
you are as stupid as you think you are.
Yeah, it's just not a good look. It's hard. I sympathize. Like I've been watching Dust because Dust has a Detox setup for his stuff. I've been watching that closely. Like I like it. I watch it and I don't as I'm watching it I don't think to like and even I'm fucking with you, Matt. Like when I'm looking at it I don't think to myself like Matt with your bullshit setup. I think to myself like damn it's fucking hard. Like I'm sympathetic. Like I'm like it's difficult to make these figures look great in this space. But
I know that's why I asked for your help.
Yeah, and we're gonna sort it out. But you gotta be willing to swap her out because what we have right now is not working, Matt. We need to do what's best for the team. Okay, conventions. TFCon Chicago has been announced for next year, which is a fucking bummer, at least for me. It's gonna be the 26th through the 28th, and it's gonna be in the same area as their previous ones, but not at the same hotel. Thoughts, comments, courtesies, concerns, gentlemen?
I don't know.
I can't wait for it.
I'm fine with it. I hate the idea of the drive, but I would do it differently than I did the last time it was there. So I'll probably go.
Yeah, I would like to go.
Oh boy,
I don't know if I'm going to be able to swing it. I got to see. Because what's going to have to happen? I'm not driving anymore. I'm not driving out to Chicago anymore. I'm done with that shit. So like if I don't drive, I'm going to have to like ship a pallet, and I just don't know what the cost of that shit's going to be. So I gotta look into all that.
Or just don't fucking sell anything. Don't get a table. Just, dude, that would be so cool.
I
if
can't swing
you didn't have a
Can't
fucking
swing
table.
Like unless something seriously changes in my life, I would find it. It would be very challenging for me to swing that. That's a lot of money for me. That's a lot of extra money for me.
I think Bobby
You know,
just needs to call his hook up, tell fans Toys he needs to go, you know?
Yeah, I'll tell Fans Toys.
Dude, you can get somebody to sponsor you. I know you could, man. B12K? Come on,
Shit, man. Fucking Repro-Labels might not hook me up anymore.
Yeah, I don't know why they even talk to you anymore.
I'm excited. I mean, I've never been to Chicago. I regret not going to the last one. You know, I'm excited. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I don't want to guarantee that I'm going. You know, I don't like guaranteeing that I'm going because I feel like I'm making a promise I necessarily can't keep.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like I don't want to make a promise I can't keep, and I'm a stickler for my words. So I just don't want to commit. We're gonna talk it over next month, and we'll have a decision by January. And of course, I'll let everybody know, but I just don't know what we're gonna do right now.
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, you know, I'm not committing either because I mean, a lot of shit could happen. I mean, it's a long ways, you know. So you know, something could happen, you know, and I plan to go, and I think me and the Leafs are gonna drive. I think it's like a 10-hour drive. So it's a lot cheaper than flying. So I think we're gonna drive up that way, hopefully.
Yeah. So it's just it's a real pain in the balls for me. But then I'm also thinking like if I'm also thinking about how, you know, Skullfest and what I would do with that, and for those listening that usually attend, like I might move it to spring this year if I end up going to TFCon later in the year. So let me know if that would work for you guys ahead of time before I really lock down a date.
Dude, I think that makes so much more sense just because it spreads out our ability to hang out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes a lot more sense doing it at just a different season.
Right. So we'll see. And with that being said, I think we can move on. Third-party news. Perfect Effect TM2 Megatron. And it's what you would expect it to be.
Looks
beautiful. You mean beautiful?
Yeah.
Ah, there you go, Matthew.
It looks beautiful.
I agree.
This doesn't look just beautiful. This looks gorgeous. Like, oh, this might turn Bobby right here. This figure.
You're out of your mind. You don't, Robert. You know what hurts the most?
This might make you want to buy a Peru kill.
You know what hurts the most? That you don't get me.
I get you.
Justin, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it looks awesome. I mean, it looks like the character. I share the sentiment you have that it's not something I'm gonna buy, but you know, if you're into the character, then there's no reason not to buy it, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I mean, I would assume the paint's gonna be fantastic. The sculpt looks great.
Looks good next to their prime.
Yep, their prime plane monkey tank.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Beast Wars is so fucking stupid, man. I'm sorry, but I like this. To be fair, I like this approach better than the Beast Wars, like the fucking organic approach to the Beast.
Mm-hmm.
Beast.
Man, fuck Fans Toys.
I really do think that, like, had Beast Wars come out and they would have been, you know, they would have turned into Beast, like, a la the Dinobots or Terracons, or, you know, in that vein, I would have bought into that franchise hook, line, and sinker. Like, it is ridiculous. Like it's like a proper ape, like, walking around, like, hair on his body. Like, it is stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, of course it's all fictional, it's all extreme, but I mean, it's like extra stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what sold it for me in Beast Wars was when they were actually eating biological material like they were animals. That sounds crazy, but I was like, okay, you're an animal. You're fucking eating a bird.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, and what are they trying to, like, hide themselves from? Like, it's just there's so much, like, just fundamentally wrong with it to me that I just can't.
So from what I remember when I watched it, it had something to do with, like, some kind of energon or energy that they were susceptible to in, like, a robotic type mode, which is why they could only be in it periodically.
Right.
And so somehow adapting to the organics, made it doable, livable. But what bothered me, and I suspect it probably is what bothered you, is like I just don't understand how something that is just a sentient robot is just integrating, the biological aspect into themselves like that. And like, yeah, well, now we're not just robots, we're actually, flesh and blood and all this stuff, basically, to make an actual ape or an actual cheetah and stuff like that. That's what bothers me.
That's a good album right there, Flesh and Blood.
Well,
what is that?
Oh, that's Poison.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me ask you this:
Chew.
If you can mass shift to change your size, why can't you mass shift to change the nature of your composition?
I think mass shifting and composition shifting are two entirely different things, but
It's your mass. Your mass.
And I'm okay with them doing it functionally. I just don't understand the purpose.
Well, the purpose was because it was probably easier to animate just animals.
And that's not enough for me, unfortunately.
I mean, their excuse, like Justin said, was the raw energon was frying their circuits, and by becoming animals, they were protected by it from it. They incorporated it into the story. You would have like this raw energon. They would use it to lay traps and stuff, and then you'd have like super energon. I remember Pterosaur became like fucking super badass for half an episode because he had like cocaine energon. Like it was, they actually did weave it into the story. If they didn't, then it would be really lame in my book, from a writing perspective. But it was part of the writing. They didn't just make it as a pure excuse and move on. Yes, we're biological animals.
But I feel like the right choice. Like, I mean, first of all, like I don't even understand why they would use it in the first place. It doesn't seem functional. It doesn't seem practical. They're not really. They're not what?
It was just used as a shielding system. Oh, we're such nerds.
From what?
From the energon radiation. There was like raw energon on Earth.
But why couldn't they be like mechanical looking?
Yeah, there was something about the biological shield that protected their circuits and shit.
That's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, I get it. I get the idea. I just don't understand how it was incorporated. Like, I can't get behind that. I just can't. It's not like they went around skinning a bunch of animals so they could end up, wearing their fur like pelts or something like that. Like, they're just like, yeah, okay. We'll just, we scan it like you would scan a truck, and then suddenly, we're biological.
They didn't have trucks. They didn't have trucks back then. So what else were they going to scan?
That's why they became monkeys.
I mean, they come to a prehistoric Earth, come down. But I know you get that. I know you get that, but I'm just saying that's all they had to scan. So
I thought it was in the future.
No, it's actually so. The whole thing takes place while Optimus and Megatron are crashed on Earth. Apparently, they're in like caveman.
4 million years ago.
Making it even dumber, in my opinion.
And if it wasn't for Dinobot, Bobby, you wouldn't be here.
The primal and stuff come from the future, but somehow get sent back to the past.
They hit a wormhole.
Which is why Optimus Primal is like the size of like a mouse compared to like Optimus Prime,
Right.
Explain all of that.
Hey, it saved the franchise, I think. So, whatever.
Yeah,
that's also another stupid issue that, like, Optimus Primal was so friggin' small, but he's the size of a gorilla, but, he's like a flea to G1 Optimus Prime, who's already a truck.
And here's could have anything. If they would have put out anything at that moment, Transformers related, if they would have just rebooted G1, would that have saved the franchise? See, I don't think it's the strength of that specific pocket of Transformers. I think it's just that they did something new. And I don't mean new by the sense of they changed what it was. I just mean new by the sense of they made a new show about
Transformers. But they tried to do that with G2. I mean, they just recolored G1 products, and But G2
wasn't a show.
That's true. But I mean, they still try to rebrand the G1 stuff and just
but what I'm
recolor
saying
it.
is a new show, new toys to go with it.
That's what Beast Wars was.
No, but Beast Wars changes the DNA, man. Like that's my argument from day one. It changes the fabric. It changes the fabric of what Transformers is.
Were they Transformer toys?
I was intrigued by the CGI.
Gundam's Transformer toys, Matt.
Okay, but were these Transformer toys? Just like the regular G1 stuff?
They were transforming toys just like Gundam. Yep.
Okay.
Just like
Well,
Diagram.
they're Transformers.
Just like
Gundam
Microman.
don't transform you.
Some do. Some do.
A few. Robotech,
Macross, whatever. Like, just because it transformed doesn't make it a Transformer.
40K.
No.
I think it does make it a Transformer if it transforms.
So Macross is a Transformer?
Could be. You know, you want to label that.
Ask Jetfire, Mac.
Robots are Transformers?
Yeah.
They're a type of Transformer, yes.
You're just being ridiculous.
Am I reaching, Bobby? Am I reaching in your head?
You're reaching without even the common courtesy of a reach around. You know what I mean, man?
I would give you a courtesy reach around. Believe that. But I'm just saying. I mean, it's just they're Transformers. They're Transformers. They have a whole new line.
You're saying they're Transformers just because they're slapping the logo on it. Like you could slap the logo on any fucking thing. It doesn't mean that you have to eat it.
Slap it and eat it.
That's true.
I wonder. Part of what was really cool about the Dinobots is they didn't look like dinosaurs, right? I mean, they did, but they were robot dinosaurs.
Right.
That was awesome. It was like Mechagodzilla, But there was something intriguing about the new technology of CGI at the time. I remember that. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. And I thought they used it well to make biological forms. I almost, feel like they wanted to integrate a new type of animation style. And I don't know why they did it, but it must have been the most pragmatic way of going about it. I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg. Obviously the animation was simple, but it intrigued me. It piqued my interest at the time.
Well, I mainly
How
think
old were you at the time, Robert?
Oh, I must have been
mid-90s.
When did Beast Wars come out first?
94, 95.
No way. Was it that late?
No.
Maybe 96.
No, it was not.
Maybe.
No, it was not.
Robert was in his 20s watching Beast.
It was not, Matthew. It was like early 90s. It was like 92.
No, it was not, Robert.
I was in high school.
It was 95, 96.
I was in high school. I remember.
Right now.
Yeah, when did Beast Wars come out? I wasn't watching it like
96.
episode to episode.
April
96,
22nd,
thank you.
1996.
And it came on. It was on Fox Kids. I remember watching it on Fox Kids.
I was 22, and I was like,
my God, Robert, you were probably drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Robert, how many presidents had you voted for when you started watching Beast Wars?
Don't ask a man that question. That's a very sensitive question.
I just think the reason why they went Beast Wars route is because they saw G2 failed. I mean, it didn't fail, but it didn't do as good.
It felt miserable.
And G2 didn't have any actual fiction.
Okay, I'm just saying. But I'm just saying they went with because kids love fucking animals. They love dinosaurs. I think that's
kids love animals.
They do.
I love
Friday.
I love Friday.
They thought it was Friday. They knew that Sherry was gonna say this but I'm just saying kids love animals and they love fucking dinosaurs and shit. So they just went that route. It was just that's the reason why they went with Beast Wars. I think a big chunk of it was.
No, I don't disagree with you. I just don't think I think there was a way to do it without making it what it ended up being. Is what I'm saying. Like,
wait, a great storyline? Oh, okay, yeah, that sucked.
A fucking fine storyline, dude. Fine. It's fine.
It was fine. Good.
Fine.
It was good.
Fine. More in the fine pocket.
You're in my pocket.
You're out of pocket.
I will say that Beast Wars did have some good stories and some good character development, way better than G1 had, and I would expect that. But I just, there was too many things for it that I couldn't get into it.
I understand why people don't get into it. I mean, that's cool. I think some people. I'm not saying you or you or Bobby, just don't give it a fair shake or at least try to watch it and understand.
Wait, go ahead.
you gave it a fair. Bobby gave it a fair shake. He just doesn't like it.
I did. That's what I said. I said not talking about Justin or Bobby. I said I think a lot of people don't give it a fair shake because, and they don't even watch it. They just like, I don't think Optimus Prime is a monkey, you know, and then they don't even watch the shit. I did not say Bobby or Justin said that. I know y'all gave it a try, and that's cool. But a lot of people just don't give it a try. I'm just like, why are you talking shit about it when you don't even know anything about it? So, but
yeah, no, I think that anybody that has an opinion on anything should know what the fuck they're talking about.
Right.
I definitely agree with you there. I just think after having watched it, I agree with Justin. I think there's more character development in it. I also think when you have a show with a limited amount of characters compared to G1, that it gives you more space to have more limited, to have more character development. So I think it has an advantage in that regard, and that advantage is only there because they couldn't afford to make more characters.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
they were only working with 5 or 6 main characters, and G1 had like a new character every episode and everything.
I mean, sometimes 10 new characters an episode.
Yeah, right. So yeah, they had more time. I mean, there were there were fucking episodes where they were it was fucking a Primal, Rat Trap, Rhinox, all of them for 5, 6 in a row, and they would finally introduce a new character. So you would have a lot more time to develop that character, which. So I understand that. Yes.
Let me ask you this: what was your before Bobby moves it along?
No, go ahead.
Matthew, what was your favorite Beast Wars character from the show, not the toy line?
From the show, I really like Dinobot. I mean, I thought his character development, and what he did in Code of Honor was really good.
That was moving. That was a very moving episode. I mean, that really was. That was well written.
Megatron was a good character. I like how he was he was kind of funny, but then he was serious, but he was just Megatron, everything. But I don't know if I had a favorite character. I liked Quick Switch.
Oh, you like the Fusor?
Yeah, the Scorpion and the
rattlesnake Scorpion guy.
Yeah, he's from Texas. He sounded like me, so he was pretty cool. Quick Strike was his name.
What was cool about Dinobot was he was like when he became a Maximal, and then he always had the struggle going on, and then at the end of it all, he's like, I'm a fucking Predacon. Yeah. I'm a Predacon, and he was like, but you know what? I have honor, and this is the right thing to do as a Predacon. And that was like mind blowing. I'd yet to see like just that angle.
Yeah, the dialogue with him and Megatron was really good between their fights and stuff.
I get the tingles. It was up there. Definitely one of the best pieces of writing I experienced. But I think my favorite, putting Dinobot aside, was Air Razor. That one scene where she attacks the Predacon base. Remember that when she goes like supersonic?
Yeah,
she was a fucking badass.
Black Arachnia was a pretty good character too.
So many good characters.
Yeah,
that's what's cool. Like you love.
No, and I think that even I think that Dinobot's arc is probably one of the most interesting arcs in Transformers throughout the history. But here's the thing: that arc isn't specific to the way they approached that franchise. That arc could have been there had they not completely redefined what Transformers are.
That could have been Starscream.
Exactly.
That easily. It's almost as if what if Starscream switched over to the Autobots.
Exactly.
But that's where it came.
I think that character. Yeah, and I think that would have made Starscream an even more beloved character.
Oh yeah, instead of a piece of shit.
Instead of a fucking traitor.
Traitor! You're a traitor. So, do you think if they try to redo G1 again, I don't want to say redo, like maybe extend G1, do you think it would go over as well as it did back in the 80s? Like, I mean, I don't know if I want to say extend. I'd probably say extend it, yeah.
But the problem is that nothing like that will ever happen again because no like mainstream kids cartoon is hand drawn anymore, and
that's true.
It would be too expensive to design all those characters in a 3D format.
That sucks.
Agreed.
Well, you do have some 2D. There's some popular 2D cartoons. They're just done very childlike. Like Teen Titans Go is very popular.
That's true.
The style is very childlike. And I don't think animation like that is just dead. I don't. I think it's time for a renaissance, if you ask me. Bobby?
I think the problem is a lot of times they are all leaning towards doing it on the computer now. So, I mean, it's just cheaper and faster that way. I feel like maybe it has less soul or something than older cartoons had. I don't know.
So would y'all want, just to extend that question, would y'all want an extended G1, or would y'all want a whole new, just swipe it clean and start off with another G1?
My preference would be the War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron route, and have like the first season on Cybertron, and the second season start on Earth.
That'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, I would go for that too.
And it doesn't have to be that exact story, but just kind of follow that guideline.
Even the same animation with the game and stuff.
I would prefer it be 2D, just because that would give you them the benefit of being able to do more characters. But like, man, like that game gives me the feels the same way the G1 cartoon does, and that game has a bit more maturity about it. It's because you know what it does? It captures the spirit. And the spirit of Transformers is something that's been ignored, in my opinion, for most of its existence.
Yeah, because they spend more time on Cybertron. I think that they spent more time on Cybertron.
It's not even that, man. It's just that the
well, I think it would be.
I mean, that's always cool because you eliminate the human element of it, but it's just like Prime feels like Prime. Like, dude, when you're playing as Prime and he's walking down the hallway and there's like battered Autobot soldiers like laying up against the wall and they're like, "We gave it what we had, Prime." Like, that shit feels right. You know, like you can tell that he's like the hero character that is inspiring to them. You know, like it all feels right.
Oh, like in Age of Extinction when Trish said that. No. Okay.
No. Nothing
with the
like
Dinobots. With the Dinobots.
Nothing like when he killed a human by shooting him in his back. Nothing like that.
He deserved it though. Come on,
dude.
Superman killed somebody. All right then.
Yeah, and guess what? And regretted it. And regretted it.
He did not. He thought about it and he moved on with his life.
No,
he's
I'm good. Like, he definitely regretted it more than Optimus Prime was just like business as usual. I am Optimus Prime.
He did his hands like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me your face. Is that the only third-party news we got?
No, there's another one. Iron Factory. Let me read the note specific because Greg does take time. Iron Factory, Sunstreaker, and Sideswipe.
We've already seen these.
Yeah. Any? Are you still in for these, Robert?
I am. I'm not Robert, but he's probably gone beating his child or something. No, he don't beat his children.
No.
He's saying, "Good job. Yes, you can puke everywhere. It's okay." I like him.
All right, I guess Robert's out.
Yeah. No, he'll get these. He'll definitely get them. I don't like the car.
I guess he's out of the show.
Oh, okay. The car modes look kind of goofy, but
the bot modes look good. The car modes, I don't know. But I mean, I guess they're making a compromise there.
Why does Sunstreaker have 1, 2, 3, 4 windows?
Because they couldn't figure out anything better to do with them.
That's what has 2. Is it a limousine or something? I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those Lamborghinis that has been converted to a limousine for all the high school kids.
Redneck
go to
style.
prom in.
All right. I don't know where Robert went, so I guess we'll just continue on. Hasbro news. Start saving your nickels. MP Dinobot designer wants to do a Megatron next, and I couldn't be happier.
I'm in. All right.
So, as for Beast Wars Masterpiece, I felt the first goal was Dinobot and the next one was Megatron, so I would like to do my best there.
Hey, I think it'll be fine. If you're into the Beast Wars line, I think you'll probably end up being happy with Megatron. I don't particularly like Dinobot as it is, like, and that's not even from not liking the character, but like everybody else seems to be on board and loving him. So,
right,
more power to you if that's your thing. Then awesome.
Well, I'm just glad we're getting some Predacons. We got the Maximal, so I was waiting for a Predacon him or I'm sure Waspinator will be around the corner, and
You know, though, I would not bet on things like Waspinator and stuff just because there's, recently made deluxes out there, and I feel
that's true. Rat Trap
result,
fits in.
they may not do it. Like even Rhinox, I don't think that they're gonna revisit. If
Rhinox was a lot smaller, I think they may do a Rhinox.
If they do a Rhinox, I think they'll revisit some of the other ones, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Pterosaur.
That'd be cool for a Pterosaur. I'll be in for a Pterosaur. There's Robert.
All right, so moving along, MP Dinobot images showing transformation, features, and size comparison.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Did we skip Iron Factory?
No, you walked away.
Oh, yes, you were not there. You were beating your children.
You bastard.
Are you getting the side swap?
Save your nickels.
Better say more than nickels, Mac. Am I right?
So this this picture right here is kind of why I feel like you're not getting your Rat Trap and your Rhinox ever in MP.
I think you'll get Rhinox, man. Rhinox is way too small. He should be bigger than Optimus.
Well, not according to this picture. They're like, hey, look, here he is standing next
to him.
Just
I mean, I know that, but I can see Rat Trap fits in fine. I don't think we need a Rat Trap. And I think Rhinox, I think we need a Rhinox. But, he may be right. I don't know. But I think he's way too small for this scale.
Did we talk about price point on Megatron?
No. Would you like to talk about that? $4,000?
No, I think he'll probably be around the size of Dinobot.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be as big as Dinobot, so he should be around the 250 mark.
$193, if you're smart.
If you're nasty.
Yeah, Rhinox is too small in this shot. Everyone else is fine. Rat Trap's fine. Rhinox is way too small. That's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
They got to redo that. Will they? I mean, if Takara's still around, right?
Why do people keep saying they're not going to be around?
Bobby, stop doing that box art.
There's some.
Bobby, keep doing their box art.
There's some scuttlebutt to
scuttlebutt.
They're having some financial issues.
So just be like Marvel and sell out some stuff and.
They lost their Pokemon license?
Yeah, that's the word.
Well, fuck.
Maybe they sold their Pokemon license. Maybe they were like, fuck Pokemon. Maybe Pokemon's not profitable.
Maybe.
Actually, that's not true. Pokemon is super profitable.
Here we go.
It's actually, if you actually look at how much money Pokemon's made, in the amount of time Pokemon's been around, it's actually outsold Star Wars as an entire property, which is it's kind of sickening how much money Pokemon's made. I mean, think about that. Star Wars has been around what, like 30 years, 40 years?
76, 78.
Yeah, so like over 30 years. So it's getting to 30 years, right? Yeah.
When did it come, Bobby? When did it come out? 78 was the first one?
77.
77.
Okay, so it's 30 now.
Yeah, 30 years
and
exactly.
Pokemon's like 10, I think, something like that.
No, yeah. 90s, weren't they? They was in the 90s.
Pokemon's not that old, is he?
No, it's in the 90s. It was. But look it up. Yeah, y'all quit fucking. Y'all keep fucking me in my time days, man. And stuff.
Y'all keep fucking with my time days.
He sounded a little bit like Boomhauer there.
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
Bobby.
Baby.
Yeah, 96. Bobby. You're right.
Bobby, don't keep fucking with my time days.
Okay, I'll try not to.
My time days.
No, I'm never right usually, so I had to, have to get in there sometimes.
I'm never right usually.
Oh wait, so Star Wars is 40. So yeah, okay, Pokemon's been out half the time.
God damn, 40 years old. Fucking shit, man.
I thought my math seemed a little bit off.
So yeah, Pokemon's made a lot. Plus, I mean, god dang, that new game, whatever, people went out actually walking and stuff, that brought it back, didn't it? Was that Pokemon?
Yeah, it was, but that actually I don't think did very well for him. Because
really?
I think from my understanding of that thing is that it was not owned by Nintendo. That game.
Oh,
it's kind of like licensed out, so it did well for somebody else, but not actually Nintendo.
Oh, okay. I was like, everybody was playing it at one point. Even Greg was playing it.
Yeah, I mean that shit was wildfire. I told you about the the guy in Philly, right? I tell you guys that story.
No.
It's pretty good. You got a minute? A buddy of mine.
No.
A buddy of mine's into it, right? Like he's heavy into it. You would never think he's into it, and he's super into it.
Shoulders.
No. And no, you don't know him. Forget about it. And
Bloody Knuckles. Bloody Knuckles.
His name is Dutch.
Dutch.
And so he went to this there's like this online forum, and they were like going to go to this gym or whatever. There's these gyms you can build up your Pokemon skills or whatever.
Oh God!
And they were going to try to take down this like big mega Pokemon to get all the Pokemon points, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he goes there, and he's like, man, these guys are ultra mega geeky. I'm just trying to stay to myself and stay out of the way and kind of do my own thing. And this guy comes up, and he's like, hey, man, you ready to do this? And he was just like, yeah, I'm ready to do this. And he was like, all right, let's go. And like all the guys start attacking like this, ultra mega Pokemon character. And mega. You can tell by like the swipes you're doing on your phone, like the type of moves you're using. And my buddy was doing this move called the curveball or whatever. And the guy and the guy walked up to him and was like, bro. He's like, yeah. He said, are you using curveballs on Zapadoos? and my buddy was like, yeah, I am. And he just looked at him and went, so brave.
Oh, was it a moment?
It was a little moment.
Oh, that's awesome.
All
right. I remember one thing. I want to say one thing. I remember going to DC and when he was at the Martin Luther King Jr. thing, and I remember just kids all around just playing Pokemon and everything. I'm like, there's so much history here, and you got these fucking teenagers and adults walking around trying to find Pokemon shit. I'm just like, man, come on.
Speaking of Dinobot, I really like this proportion to Primal. I know it's a little divisive.
We wasn't talking about Dinobot. What are you talking about?
We were originally. I like the sizing. He should be that big. People think he's supposed to be either the same size or smaller than Primal.
My dick should be that big too.
Yikes!
But it isn't. And
big around.
Matt was like, I know, but I'll tell you what. Rewinding further, just to put in my 2 cents. I'm getting them because they're the Lambo brothers, but I don't like how they look.
Yeah, we talking about that. I don't like the alt modes, but the robot modes are.
I think Sunstreaker looks like shit in each mode.
He's got 17. He's got 17.
All right, well let's move on then. Let's move on to Sunstreaker, MP Sunstreaker transformation.
Let's do it.
Oh, this guy's got some tense fucking shoulders, Bobby. Give him a little shoulder rub, Bobby.
Look, I'm gonna say this alt mode, which I don't care about. If I was in for the bot mode, I would get over this in a minute. But objectively speaking, not being in for this alt mode looks like dog shit.
Mm-hmm. So I'm in on this Sunstreaker. I know he's got quite the backpack on him, but I do like the proportions of the front of the robot better than Bad Cube. But the alt mode it's garbage. Like.
I don't think they transform it all the way. There's so many open panels and shit. Like you see the back end of it. Like one side is drooping, like he's got a stroke or something.
Yeah, Bobby. Let me just say, this is just a prototype that's been painted. So, Takara is just not. Are you gonna give them heat for giving you a colored render, Bobby?
Let me cut you off there, Joker.
That was my Greg impression, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You sounded more like a busted Joker than Greg, but let me just point out here that like the profiles of the car looks terrible. Like the what they've chosen to do with the rear wheel well looks awful. Like so much of this car just looks like garbage. Like it's not good. It's well, I don't know. Proportionally, it doesn't look like a Lamborghini. I don't know. It's weird because it doesn't like the pictures they show here. Like if you scroll down to where they have like the transformation pictures, like it almost looks like a different car in one of those pictures. But then you see the close up and you're like, wow, like the headlights are so tiny and like it's not good.
That looks like Spin Out. That looks like Spin Out. So wait, hold on. You have the option to have the what do you call that? The intakes. Is that what they are? on the back or not?
It looks.
Where are you looking? What picture?
The one where they show the transformation with where you can put the intakes. What do you call those? On the either in or out?
Spoilers.
No, they're not spoilers.
Ignition.
Super Countach mode.
Car paddles.
Let me see. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So you can hide the little whatever the chrome bits that would be his little jetpack or whatever.
Or it's like turbo intakes.
Yeah,
Good
well, it's nothing realistic, so let's not try to equate it with anything. But yeah, it does look like you can open it up and tuck those away, so it's like cleaner looking, but it's still not helping. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is by integrating that kind of stuff in there, I feel like you've obviously had to accommodate space and things like that for this figure. Why bother? Why not just improve the overall look and flow of the whole figure as opposed to integrating pointless things?
Who would be like, you know what, I need the Sunstreaker to look more like Tiger Tracks?
Exactly.
See, is this kind of talk right here that makes third party and knockoffs winning?
Well, honestly though, even Crapagonics has a better alt mode than this.
Oh, whoa.
It may not hold together very well, but
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I mean, this alt mode looks bad. The proportions of this alt mode looks bad.
This is just a picture.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's a big issue is the difference between his robot chest and then the fucking hood and windshield in alt mode. They're totally different. It kind of fucks at your head. You're like, that's not the same toy.
Why does Chip Chase not have a face?
Well, because they're going the same way that they went with Spike.
Oh.
Mush face.
Yep, old mush face.
Man, I bet that wheelchair is going to be bombing. They should have painted the rims.
I saw a photo today of this Sunstreaker. It was a head-on shot, and the backpack was very high up. And I'm not sure if that was just mistransformation or if they were playing with the angles, because it was very high.
Well, we all kind of hope that Takara would know how to transform their own stuff, but rarely does it ever happen. So.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like a flap, and you can kind of see it in this 3/4 view where he's got his hand on his hip all sassy and angry. You can kind of see it, and they're hiding it. So I wonder if there really is this very unsightly flap behind his head that makes it look like this dude needs a back rub real bad. He's just tense.
Hey, Bobby, what's the box art look like? Or how'd you draw it?
I was not required. My services were not required for that.
Oh, that's bullshit, man.
Bobby don't like drawing faces on little humans, I'll tell you that much.
I don't like drawing faces on
what? What does that mean?
Look at Chip Chase. There's no face mark. Someone send Bobby to face class.
Are you getting the prototype, Bobby? They're gonna send it to you.
Sunstreaker.
No, I think Robert D is sending me his.
He will.
No, I'm sending you yours.
Oh, okay.
And Omnigonics too.
By the way, I was talking to shout out to Lotus Stark, who was helping me try to figure out
that's a good dude.
Where I could get some 1/6 Blitzway Ghostbusters. He told me that I should mention to Robert how much I really hate that coffee table Ecto 1. And I never want to see that thing in my house, Robert.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, it's like $1,500, isn't it?
Something like that.
I'm not that level of assholedom yet.
You gotta work up to that.
It won't be out for another year or two, so there's time
I'll
to build up.
there. I'll be there.
Nickles.
In about a year, I'll be there.
Real quick, breaking news: there are colored images that were just released of Fans Toys RC.
Really?
Yep.
All right, send me a link.
It's just as you would expect.
Where are you linking this so I can see
purple?
Let me see if I can find it somewhere and share it to the G3.
She's green.
But her face is painted, which is nice.
So to speak.
Let me see if anybody has shared it in a. Okay, there it is. I'm gonna send it to the messenger right now to the G3, and sent.
Oh, you hear that? That was the Bobby B clickety click.
I'm clicking. Hold on.
Hold on.
Well.
Ooh, look at those lips.
That's a good looking RC.
She got good lips.
Perfect.
Oh, she's sassy.
Oh, hey, look, they actually did the back half of her car too. That's pretty awesome.
Hey, she's sassy.
I don't like that face. I don't think I like that
sassy. God dang.
I don't like those lips, man.
She got some bright ass lipstick, man.
I think
tone that down, Mac.
A little trashy.
The lips are a little bit too red, but yeah, I could fix that. That's an easy
Hey,
fix.
Bobby, hit out to them and say, tone that lipstick down, Mac.
Just
perfect.
Put me in a room alone with her, and we'll get those lips sorted out.
Why do they got old Hot Rod shadowed out? Picture, y'all see where they're all together?
No.
Go down.
No, I see it.
Why is he all,
Because I bet you he's closer to release than you actually think he is.
It's coming out
You
tomorrow.
wouldn't be surprised.
They
just keep it a secret.
I hope so.
I think it looks good. I'm okay with it.
We already got a Hot Rod.
I'm not thrilled with the proportions. I don't know.
I think it looks perfect.
The big boots?
No, RC. I think she's
Oh, check out that knee pad. When she got that knee bend, man.
Those are wheels.
Oh.
A little back and forth action, man.
So let me ask you guys this: who's in for this? I'm in for this.
I'm definitely.
I have to be. There's only an RC I have. I don't have an MP RC, and I'm not getting the world. So.
Who isn't?
Okay, so are you going big chest or little chest?
Big titties.
Big titties.
Who's not going titties? I wish she had a penis attachment too, Bobby.
Oh boy.
What about you, Justin?
Where's the difference? Oh, I see it. I'd probably go with the little one. It's fine. I'm not that kind of collector. So.
I'm going big chest.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So
do any of the pictures actually have the alternate chest on there?
I don't know.
Yeah. The first one
they
does.
do. They do.
No, hold on. The which one is it down? The first one does.
I will go with the littler chest just because I think it looks more robotic like.
Now, can you have the little chest in alt mode?
What about the little penis in alt mode?
I don't know. I don't care. I'll be honest with you. I don't care.
Oh shit! I got a ha from Bobby from one of his comments.
Lucky boy.
I know.
I mean, she looks good. What can I say? She looks good. Fuck. I mean, shit. That's your RC, you know? I mean, has Fans Toys done anything that lost to Takara? What have they done?
No, they haven't competed.
Technically, they did a Soundwave that lost to Takara because they just never
they put it out.
You don't lose if you give up before you fight.
Yeah, I mean it's technically a loss, but yeah, I hear you. That's why I wish they would put that Hot Rod out. Just go.
And there's the sneaky sneak, and you have Springer there. She's at Springer. Springer's done.
Yeah, I think he's out next week. I think actually, supposed to be.
Yeah. What does Bob say? Is he coming out next week?
I don't know.
How's the box art on that one?
I don't know. Yeah, I know the guy. I think I know the guy who did it.
Yeah, you.
She's pretty small. I mean,
She's supposed to be. You damn right he is. Touch a nerve. I think she'll go good with the whole 86 crew. I can't wait to take pictures.
Okay, I'm gonna give one small critique here on this. I don't necessarily think the for lack of a better term, hood portion of the car is perfect, but it's a hell of a lot but the rest of the car is a hell of a lot better than everybody else. So, I can look the other way for that.
Yeah, it's like the shade of pink. It's a little too powdery.
It's not even that. It's just like the way it goes compared to the white headlight pieces. I don't remember them looking like that.
Yeah, I hear you mean. It doesn't really go with that blue.
It's not the color at all. It's the shape of the hood.
You mean with the gray seats? It looks weird.
You know what though? I'm wondering though, because I'm looking on.
You're saying fucking colors, man.
Yeah.
Shut up, man.
I'm looking at some pictures, and I wonder if they could end up adding some detail or something to that. That would change my mind on it. I don't know.
Pre-orders will go up soon for RC.
Like a little more pink.
All right, we're moving on. We're moving on.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Would you be interested if she had like a camel toe switch out?
I don't know. I'll tell you, man. There's this new trend I've been noticing with fans toys.
He said camel toe.
Where everybody and not to say you folks, Robert is starting to slip into this a little bit, but it's fine. It's fine. Just know I'm watching.
The penis? The penis?
Matt's in it a little bit too. Where everybody is very critical, and they don't like it. They're upset with this. They're upset with that.
What?
But they're all getting it. And then they all buy it.
I'm not critical.
They all buy it. That's it. But I also noticed that same trend with Takara stuff, and that's another reason why I put fans toys in that same pocket as Takara, because
and MMC.
Because it is one of those things.
Right.
But we're going to talk now about the instruction scan for some fucked up ass nonsense combiners.
Yes.
What?
Special thanks to Weibo user that. We have with us a set of instruction sheets highlighting transformations for Dreadwing only in combinations of several Power of the Prime figures. Voyager Class Elita 1, Voyager Class Inferno, Voyager Class Starscream, Deluxe Class Blackwing, Deluxe Class Jazz, Deluxe Class Dreadwing, making Super Ultra Mega Miss Ultra Optimus Prime. I don't know what that's his name.
You tried. That was a good try, man.
Do we have to do this?
No, but there it is. Moving on. Street Fighter TF crossover figures. Matt, what do you think about this?
Okay.
I think
he said my name, Robert. God damn.
Well, I was gonna say I think Bobby would be more excited than you. So
I'm not excited. Okay. I like the idea, but I don't like what they used.
Matt, they're Transformers though.
That's true. That is true. So I'll get them. You're right. I don't know why.
This is saving the franchise.
Yeah, I mean, there's one.
You're saving the franchise, Justin.
Oh wait, so there's what is it? Chrome Dome? No, that's Hot Rod. Hot Rod. I'm sorry.
Megatron.
Ken, Chun-Li, Ryu.
And
then Ryu. Is there another one?
There's M Bison.
Yeah.
And M Bison. Okay, so there you go. There's your Detox.
What about the guy that
That is my Detox.
What about the guy that does the really fast kicks all the way across the screen, going?
That's Kung Lao.
It's Ryu.
What about the guy that throws his razor hat at you and cuts your head off?
That's Mortal Kombat.
That's Kung Lao. That's my guy.
Is that your guy?
Robert, I will fuck you up with Kung Lao.
Yeah, I'll fuck you up with a katana.
No, you won't. Guess
yeah, I would.
Guess what you'll hear about 30 seconds after you try to play me in Mortal Kombat.
What's
Fatality.
that?
Flawless victory.
Bitch, please. Bitch, please. I got you in Mortal Kombat.
You like Kung Lao? That's like the fucking vanilla version of the other guy.
Yeah, guess what? Everybody leaves in a mop bucket.
Whatever.
Everybody leaves in a mop bucket.
I think this is a good idea. I mean, it's kind of cool. I mean, it doesn't hit the niche for everything, but just a little bit. I mean, it's pretty cool. I like what they did with Chun-Li. I think that was a cool idea right there.
Yeah, the Chun-Li is obviously the best choice of the four.
Yeah, I think so. But
pantyhose.
What I find particularly interesting about this is the unintentional Mortal Kombat crossover where you can rip their heads off and stuff. It's pretty genius.
Nice. If I could get one, I would get Chun-Li. But I think they're sold in 2-packs, so I think Ken and Chun-Li are sold together, and the other two are sold. Or I don't know, but Ken don't look that bad either. I would get that 2-pack. I think I could be happy with a 2-pack with that.
I cannot wait for the next Street Fighter where Ryu turns into a jet and flies off, and then he comes back and turns into a truck.
I don't like Ryu. Ryu looks garbage, and Bison. It looks alright. I mean, it's gonna be Takara, so you know they're gonna have good paint on them, and they're probably they'll be made well. So, I mean, I can see people a little excited for this. I just
made well,
or made pretty good. Is that better? I don't know. I'm not gonna get them. I mean, if I saw them at TFCon, I might pick them up or something, but I'm not gonna order these on that.
Bobby, are you in on these? You can put them on that shelf.
No.
I feel like you have to get these, Bobby.
What if they did Mortal Kombat ones?
No.
You know what? You were borrowing. Was it Joe's? Oh, I can't remember. Max Factory, was that the company who did it? I can't remember. The Ryu.
Storm Collectibles.
Storm Collectibles. Yeah. Why did I think Max Factory? Anyway, yeah, you should get them for him. Should be a Christmas gift.
Well, actually, it's funny you bring that up. So Joe texted me today.
No.
Let me find it.
I would like $5,000 for Christmas.
These Street Fighter Transformers are so whack, it's making me legitimately angry.
Then you gotta get it for him for sure.
Oh yeah.
No, that sounds like a Robert D job.
Job?
Yeah. The Blitzway Ecto one makes me so pissed, Robert. Like I can't
see straight.
I can't stomach the thought of seeing that in my house.
You know what you need to do? You need to paint your boiler in the basement, and like put LEDs on it and stuff, so it looks like the storage tank.
Swing and a miss.
Pretty good idea, actually.
It actually is a good idea. If you do that, I'll buy you the.
I'll be in the utility room airbrushing my hot water heater to make it look like a containment unit.
Hot water, checking the sea.
Okay, let's move on.
So Bobby, wait, hold on. If
Bobby, hold on, Bobby.
If you got a gun to your head, you had to pick.
Bobby, hold on.
Bobby. If you had a gun to your head,
Bubby,
which one of these figures would you pick?
Chun-Li. She already told you that, Bubby.
Okay.
So
listen.
Moving on.
Chun-Li.
We have Takara Legends. And this is just the Takara versions of the Hasbro stuff, right? That we've already seen.
Yes.
6-shot.
It's good.
Double cross, misfire. The boat guy.
Takara.
All right, this is trash. Continuing on.
You're trash.
Imaginarium Art Galvatron tease. Ooh, now this.
Is it on a planet? Ooh.
This is going to be something, ladies and gents.
Is he like the Little Prince? What the fuck is that? Why is he on a planet? That's so stupid.
Yeah, this is going to be something. You can say whatever the fuck you want, Robert.
Hold on. You got Galvatron standing on a ball.
Tippy-toeing too, probably.
This is going to be something.
Something stupid.
Yeah, always something going on.
This is going to look great. This is going to look.
Oh, look at that cannon, man. It looks kind of
fat. Why is he standing on a meatball?
Meatball.
How is that cool?
Hey, Robert, you're being too critical, all right? He already busted us out for that. So quit being so critical, man. You know you'll get it.
This is going to look great.
Figuring the fact that all the other Imaginarium stuff has looked pretty awesome, I can't disagree that it's going to look great. Still not anything that I'm going to ever need in my life.
Maybe you can't agree either.
What if they do the one where Galvatron is the planet himself, where he swallows Cybertron? What if Imaginary Art does that statue?
Imaginary Art? I think we'll be okay.
Whatever. Oh no.
Beast Wars is Imaginary Art.
Out.
Just
all right.
Puts me out, man.
So let's continue on. We got some questions. Let's see what the MP collector. Do we have an MP collector question?
We do. Below.
He quit.
Is that in here?
Yeah, he's talking about oh wait. Yeah, the Passionate Collectors, the third party.
All right, Passionate Collectors. Where?
Is it?
Oh yeah, so dear Shadowcast crew, being the passionate collectors of third-party Transformers that you all are.
What did you call me?
I was wondering what question or questions would you ask if you had an opportunity to interview the owners of some of the top-tier third-party companies? And let's assume that they would answer your questions truthfully. I think I would be interested in getting a better idea of how many units they create in an average production run. But I would also love to know how many designers they have working for them, how long it takes to develop a figure from the soup to nuts. Look at that. And how strongly they weigh in the U.S. market when they are deciding what to tackle next. What about you guys? If you had someone like a Keith over for dinner, what would you ask MPC to the Shattercast crew?
Keith is pretty easy. I'd be like, what the fuck, man? Like, and that's it. That's it.
What the fuck, man? Damn it.
I want to know, I would want to, in a you know, like a dream scenario, I would have somebody that owns their own factory, like a Unique Toys, DX9, and someone that doesn't own their own factories, like an MMC or a Fans Toys.
Did you delete that question already? God.
Or a Bagcube. And here, when we get it back, I mean, I'm just
kidding, man. Go on.
I'm no IT guy, but I think I can do one of these.
Command Z, Bobby.
Command Z.
That's a fucking
Control
Apple.
Z.
No, it's an Apple. It's Command.
It's Command Z.
Stupid.
So, my question would be, what's the take? What's the take?
5%.
That's my main interest. Is what do you get per figure, and what is the difference between someone that owns their own shit and someone that has to contract out? That's the main question that's nagging at me currently. Is how are these guys legitimately doing? What about you, Matthew?
I would ask, how do they approach someone like yourself to do the box art for their products?
Right. It's email.
That's getting too old. I'm reaching for that. I apologize. I would niche that. Edit that out. What more can we add?
Niche that, Bobby. Niche it.
I'm gonna go ahead and niche it, Robert.
Okay, niche it. If I could ask one question to a third-party company.
How do magnets work?
How do you get the paint on the Transformers to stick? Man, I don't know. God damn, I can't get it out. How do y'all decide? You know, how do y'all?
I would ask you why you're doing a rain dance on
That's true. You know what, Bobby?
I just laughed so hard.
You might feel bad. I might be having a seizure right now. So you know, suck a dick. Suck a dick. I want to know how they would, how they figure out what's going to be the next character. Whether Oh God. Why do I say I don't understand why. My mom tells me every week that I don't have to be on here. She's like, you can quit anytime you want to.
You kind of look like Maui. All right, go on.
So what determines what character is going to be next? Why? How do y'all choose? Are you all that? I would probably ask that question. I don't know. Fuck.
What about you, Robert?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird, but like from a business perspective, they've done that, right? Mm-hmm. Like when Matt just said, they decided on a character and they've committed, and they realize it's not so great. Many third-party companies have committed and just full steam ahead, even though it's a losing proposition. Like, why the fuck do you bury your head in the sand and release this subpar product? Why don't you just suck up your losses and regroup, without taking, there's the whole saying, don't throw good money after bad. Right. What are you fucking thinking? What's your rationale? Do you just not realize? Do you have just yes men around you? Or are you just a fucking, you're so egotistical? You think it's wonderful and you're going to make a ton of money? And people are telling you that there's a problem? Do people tell you, like, hey, wait a minute, we don't think this is working out? And do you ignore them? Why? Why do you do that?
Right. Fair enough. Justin.
So I guess mine would kind of it depend on, what company I had the pleasure of sitting down with, like, I mean, some of it, like, with Keith, I mean, flat out, I'd ask, like, I know, what's the difference between KFC and X-Transbots? Why does one seem to get more love than the other one? Like, is it just a budget thing, and, like, do you just hope that people don't realize it's the same company? Because, like, I feel like every X-Transbot release that's bad tarnishes the KFC name as bad as it does X-Transbots,
Right, but that goes right, exactly. Do they not realize it? Are they refusing to acknowledge that?
Right. If I was going to go and talk to Make Toys, I'd kind of question why they seem like super childish about the way they go about their business. Like, the whole open play bullshit that they're doing where, like, they feel slighted by fans' toys. Like, come on. Like, you are working in an increasingly narrowing scope of vision, Like, I know you were pissed that fans' toys made Weird Wolf, but it's not like they went ahead and, like, you made, Chrome Dome and Hardhead, so we've gone ahead and made Highbrow. Like, they didn't really cut off your lane, but then you just like, well, I'm going to be like an arrogant child and make, if they're making a Galvatron, I'm going to make a Galvatron. Like, what's the rationale of that? Like, and like all the bullshit you've pulled with the Howling Meteor and or not the Howling Meteor, the Galaxy Meteor, like all that shit, like, what the fuck, like, yeah, I probably asked Fans Project why they still think they're a good company. Which is part of Make Toys.
They are.
Because, well, they're not, though, Matt, because they're still like, let's release this thing that we kind of teased back like eight years ago and expect people to still like it.
Stop telling me how to live.
Let's see, who else can I have a question for?
Iron Factory.
Van's Hobby.
Iron Factory, let's see, I don't know. I don't really have much questions for Iron Factory because they say their stuff. iGear, when are you going to go ahead and release the Decepticon version of your base?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Fans Project, I don't know. Probably just want to know what they have coming down the road. And,
Omnigonics.
I actually would find it interesting. I've actually talked to Omnigonics. I would...
What?
I have talked to that guy a little, just briefly. Not much.
The guy?
Yeah, just the dude.
What's his name?
I don't know. I just know that he goes by Omnigonics. But anyway, now see, I lost my train of thought.
Well,
People
okay,
just
then
interrupt me when I'm talking.
What was the sum and substance of your conversation?
I was just asking him about like the actual spin out toy and how it went and like how the were the rumors about the factory treating you bad and stuff like that true, and do you have anything else planned? And from what I understand, he's got other things that are not under his own name, stuff like that. So
I heard he asked you to do the box art for the next one.
I've heard that too.
Which one is it going to be? Which figure?
Huh? Oh, I don't
which
know.
Figure,
I don't know.
Which figure are you doing the box art?
I wasn't privileged to get that information. I just talked to him briefly.
Okay. Sorry.
And I will emphasize brief. Like it was very few words exchanged. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like every company I could find questions I'd want to ask, but they're all different questions depending on the company.
All right, that's fair. Let's do another one. Hello, Shattercast crew. Now, as collectors, you've made it very clear what your stand is on KOs, and it's a very valid one. Given that, however, I wanted to get your thoughts on the new Wei Zhang oversized Megatron. Now, it's pretty much known that Wei Zhang has made a name for themselves as a KO company, but this new oversized Megatron of theirs seems to be an original design. Sure, you can argue that it draws design cues from MP36 or any other third-party Megatrons, but after watching a transformation video online, it also does a lot of original stuff. How many ways can you really transform a robot to a gun? We see similar design cues from multiple third-party companies of the same character. I think it's an inevitable when they have to basically come up with the same robot design. I'm not trying to justify Wei Zhang's making KOs. I'm just referring to upcoming oversized Megatron and Omega Supreme, which seem to be original. I just find it funny how some people still consider these two as KOs. What are your thoughts on them? And if you don't consider them KOs, would you go as far as considering Wei Zhang as a legit third-party company because of them? Thanks again. By the way, I found it funny how you couldn't figure out which Chris I was seeing which Chris I was, seeing that you find Chris to be a very common name for collectors. Let me help you differentiate me from the others out there. I'm your listener from Manila, so you can call me Manila Chris. Shout out to Manila Chris.
Shout out to Vanilla Chris.
How about we just call him Snot Reg Chris?
I think that
That's stupid, Robert.
I think it's a case by case basis. I don't necessarily not consider them a third party company or or KO company or whatever. It seems like this Megatron is a kind of Frankenstein monster attempt, but I haven't seen the transformation video or anything like that. And I saw their Mega Supreme tank rather that looks
Megatrine?
Megatrine?
Yeah, I fucked up that.
Megatrine.
Which doesn't impress me, but it does seem like an original design. So I think it's cool that they're doing original designs, and I don't feel like I feel like the KO thing is kind of a scarlet letter. They're gonna wear that for a while, but I do definitely respect an original design over a non-original one, and I wouldn't be opposed to reviewing a original design from them, like just because they've created KOs in the past. I treat every release with its own merit. That's me personally.
There's a specific term
There's an old saying.
When you take an original work and you change it, it's called a derivative work. And that is what you would classify Wei Zhang as doing. Now, if they're not paying a licensing fee, it's infringing if it does infringe. But it's not black or white. It's not KO or not KO. That's what these fucktards
Michael Jackson
looking up fucking legal stuff on Wikipedia don't understand. They don't understand everything. It's not black or white. It's not a gray area. There's a term for it. This would constitute what's called a derivative work. Like if Bobby's and I took that into my own reviews and I was like that is the derivative work. It derives from an original.
It's
let's go. I hate to tell y'all folks, but this is none of their stuff. This third party and all this knockoff stuff is not original work. They are stealing from Hasbro and Takara.
Fucking jerk.
Just saying. I looked it up on Wikipedia, and that's what it told me.
I don't think you're necessarily wrong there.
They copy some things and they change some things. That's
it's still Omega Supreme from G1. It's still Megatron.
Yes. If it looks like a duck,
it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. It's a fucking
duck. If I make my own Omega Supreme and it's totally different than the original one, but it's still Omega Supreme, it technically could be arguably a derivative. Derivative work.
This derivative looks like fucking Omega Supreme. It looks like fucking Megatron.
He's not arguing that, Matt.
Oh no, I'm just saying. I'm just arguing.
Explain to the fucktard keyboard lawyers.
Oh, I know.
What category this would fall into. It's not KO or not KO. They don't understand because they're fucking stupid. That's why they don't understand. It's not because
y'all calling out the people tonight.
Yeah, I'm sick of it. I'm so sick.
Robert's had it up to here.
How far? The collar or the neck?
Same arguments back and forth, acting like they know everything.
The top of the collar, though.
The top of
not the collar.
Not the bottom part. The bottom part's barely a fucking irritation.
That's down to his titty.
that elastic's been raped by an elephant.
Yeah, no, I
come from Robert. I understand. I know.
Yeah, I agree with you, Robert. Matt, do you have anything to offer on this?
No, I just said my page. It's they're all stolen ideas. And whether I click third party. I'm just as bad as anybody else, and I love third party. I love all Transformers. I do not like knockoffs for some reason because they take they just steal an idea. Third party mixes it up a little bit. It's still Omega Supreme. It's still Optimus Prime, but we are not getting that from Hasbro and Takara. We're not. I'm never going to see a Takara Omega Supreme. That's facts, probably. So if this what I have to do to get one, then that's fine. But Wei Jing, the oversized Wei Zhang. I don't. It's all just the since I made it bigger, it's still not. It's not a knockoff. That's bullshit. It's a knockoff. It looks like a fucking that. So, I mean, whatever. If that's what you collect, hey, that you win. I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, it's bad on my part. I won't collect knockoffs, but if you do,
you're not a knockoff if you're not passing off as the actual masterpiece figure.
Oh, okay.
Or let's say it's an upsize of the actual.
Yeah, I mean, like that
figure.
That upsize Grimlock, I feel like is definitely a knockoff. It's
that you could say is just a knockoff because they just fucking copied it. but it's not technically a knockoff if they just copied the Megatron character.
No, I agree with you there.
That's not a knockoff.
Like the
might
MP10
arguably infringe on copyright. Clearly,
if they don't trace it, it's not knockoff.
No, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Okay.
No, but it doesn't mean it's not infringed.
So if you just take somebody like off the streets that don't know anything about Transformers, or they know a little bit about Transformers, and they said, you have this MP 36 Takara one, and you got that other one that they're making, and they would be like, they look the same. But you'd be like, well, one's a knockoff because they just stole the idea. So that wouldn't be a knockoff?
Ideas, you got to understand. First of all, ideas are not copyrighted. It's like the rendering of an idea into a tangible medium of expression. But you have somebody that copies your toy. That's a knockoff. They can upsize it. It's still a knockoff. But if they just say, I'm making a Megatron, I'm designing it totally differently, and it's going to be engineered differently, but it is still the character. It is not a knockoff. That does not mean it does not arguably still infringe on copyright. Knockoff is trademarks. You can still have copyright infringement. That's what the fucktards don't understand.
That's what I don't understand. I'm sorry. I guess I'm a fucktard then.
You are a fucktard.
Yes, so. That's all right. I'll take that.
Justin, your thoughts?
So I've never been a fan of the whole derivative work thing either. I've pretty much said that Quake Blast, I think it was, the one from Cloud9 is it's just a knockoff. Even if you've changed some things for the better, like when most of your engineering is still what the toy was previously, it's a knockoff to me. Right. So I don't think the Wei Zhang
copied the toy.
Right, and like, you know, it's the same thing, like this Wei Zhang thing, like, okay, it may be oversized and some things may have been improved or added to it, but like, you still copied it. Like, I don't look at that, like the eye gear cone heads that I have, like I got them because there was no cone heads for a very long time when they came out, but like, if someone said, are they original? Like, hell no, like they are knockoffs of the MP Starscream mold with some tweaks to it to turn into these specific characters. Like, it was not an original mold. It's not like the Make Toys Meteor, which is most definitely unique, you know, like it's got its own specific transformation. Like, yeah, it's the end result's very similar in both modes. It looks similar as a jet mode, similar as a bot mode, but like the in between is entirely different, you know. So that's not the same to me. Yeah, so I don't really like derivative works. Like, it's fine. Like, so if there was like one, like, okay, so going to like the fans toys, like I think one of the parts he mentioned in this thing is like there's only so many ways to transform certain things, and like I agree with that. Like, the fans toys Grimlock, the way the chest has to go, it's the same way the chest works. Putting the arms on the back is the masterpiece, you know, like, right. I get that, but like, it's not like when I look at that Grimlock, I'm like, well, you know, it's an oversized version of the MP with this added thing, you know,
right?
So yeah,
that's
I
fair.
don't
know. I feel you, Justin.
Let's do one more before we shut her down for the night.
Rogue War.
Shut her down.
So shout out to Rogue War, Mike, good dude. Got to meet him and hang out with him at TFCon a good bit. To the Shattercast crew, first of all, thank you all very much for making Shattercast what it is, for being the people you are, and the hard work that comes with it. When I hear it's Friday fuckers coming through my truck speakers, my long wait for Nerd Paradise is over. Seriously, great work.
Boy, that's going to be a conundrum tomorrow when it's only Thursday. But
it's Thursday, fuckers.
My great my question is two parts. One, do you think anyone, third party or official, will come out with a line of G1 Masterpiece style Quintessons? Impossible Toys is the only company that I know of that has made them, and they are ridiculously expensive and not that great to begin with, in my opinion. And would you guys be in on this if someone did make them, providing the price point was there? Thanks and take care.
And quality. And quality.
Good point, Robert.
He asked about quality and price point.
Okay.
Reading is fundamental.
I would be in. If they were significantly better, I would be in.
What scale would you want them?
Masterpiece scale.
Well, I mean, what would they go with? Like, God, we need a Masterpiece Sharkticon. Like, what size? Like, are you talking about car size? Are you talking about?
I mean, whatever they're like, Sunbow it.
Oh, Sunbow it. Okay, hold on.
But Bubba, you have the Impossible Toys.
Yeah, and I'm good with them. Like, I'm not stressing it. I'm just saying.
You'd switch out?
Possible.
They're deluxe size.
The Impossible Toys ones they're fine.
Yeah, and honestly, if someone came through and just took the Impossible Toys ones, like, let's just say that a company that's not Impossible Toys decided we're going to go ahead and make some more, and we're going to be like, tossable toys, like, I'd probably go buy theirs if it was exactly the same thing. Like,
right.
So you would buy a KO.
No, I'm saying that if Impossible Toys came back as a different company and just released a goddamn Quintessons again, I'd buy them again. But
so if it was a different company name releasing a copy of the Impossible Toys,
but he's saying the only name.
Yes, Robert. If Takara goes ahead and releases a deluxe that I like that looks better than the Hasbro deluxe because they added more paint, it's the same fucking thing. It's the same company, but it's a different name.
Yeah, but you're saying that for some reason, Justin T2RX6 would know that Impossible Toys was the same owner as Impossible Toys, releasing an exact replica of the original Impossible Toys. That was only if you knew it was the same owner, then you would buy it. Otherwise,
absolutely.
It's a KO.
I'm saying that I think that that's the best product Impossible Toys ever made, and they should still be making it. That's what I'm saying.
That's all that you're saying.
Yes.
But if Impossible Toys did it, you'd buy it.
If it was the exact same thing from the same company, yes, I would buy it. Other than that, I'm saying the scale is what it needs to be to me. So someone should be making some Quintessons for sure. If you want to add in extra gimmicks like lights and things like that, absolutely do it. There's room for improvement in the Impossible Toys ones, but they're like the scale and everything that they should be. And frankly, I don't know why Impossible Toys didn't like mass produce this shit out of them.
Because they're on eBay selling them for $500 each.
Probably. I mean, that's probably flat out the reason, because they're like, these things are only worth like $20, but if we only, put them on eBay, we'll make way more money off these things.
Now, do any of you know who was behind Impossible Toys?
I don't know the guy personally, but I remember going to TFCon in Canada and saying like how shit the RC was, because it was on a table and that was Impossible Toys. I was like, whoops.
Right.
Wait, you met the owner?
Yeah, he was selling the stuff at a table at TFCon, and I was like trash talking the product to some friends there. At the
you met
time.
Keith?
It was pretty impressive.
I remember that. That's when they had all the bugs on the table.
No, it was before that, because they only had a couple of the Quintessons, and like their only transforming toy was that RC back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so it was like really early in the third party life cycle.
So you met Keith?
I guess if that was Keith, then I kind of met Keith, but like I couldn't pick him out of a line anymore. So
did you meet
That's
Bobby?
What Keith wants.
All right. Fair enough. Let's see what else we have to do here. I don't think we have to do anything. I think we still have plenty of questions, so we're good there. I think we can just wrap it up. Do you want to say Ghostbusters?
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Yeah, happy. Wait. Let's go around and say what we're grateful for.
Oh.
We're thankful.
Thankful. I'm sorry. We'll go counterclockwise. T2RX6. What are you thankful for?
Anybody who takes the time to listen to our podcast.
No doubt. Robert D.
Thankful for being alive. I'm thankful for my family and friends. And, you always got to realize things can be a whole lot worse than whatever they are. Whatever your situation is, things can be a whole lot worse. And if you don't appreciate where you are...
I'm going to need you to wrap it up, Robert. Life
tends to teach you,
No doubt.
That things can be a whole lot worse. And... as I was saying...
And... I'm thankful for my stuttering. And
go ahead, Matt.
And that rain dance.
And my rain dance. No, I'm thankful for my friends. Like Justin said, anybody listens to us, and I'm thankful for my family. And like Robert said, it could be a lot worse. So just be thankful for what you got.
I'm sorry, Matt. You said I'm thankful for my family, and it could be a lot worse.
Yes, it could be a lot worse.
Those detox.
And my detox. I'm thankful for my detox.
I'm thankful for honest friends that will tell you when your details need to be rearranged.
Those details have taught me that anything is possible.
I'm also thankful for all the, I thought that they were my true friends, but usually just, make fun of me and make me want to cry.
Here's the thing. I'm not telling you what you want to hear. I'm telling you the truth. So when those detox do look right, and I'm like, that's it, you'll know. Right. That shit looks tight. Okay. That's the thing. People just get that. You're like, well, a lot of people liked it on Facebook. I'm like, you need to relax.
First of all, I never said that. I just said me and my wife liked it.
Because no one liked it on Facebook.
No, nobody liked it.
People just hit the like button. People just see toys and hit the like button. Like, the thing is it's like I tell my wife. Like, my wife comes downstairs and I think my wife is beautiful. Like, I'm very much attracted to her. I love her to death.
She is.
But she comes down the steps, and I'm like, good morning. And then some morning she comes down the steps, and I'm like, you look great. But therefore, she knows those other days, it's fine.
Good.
Some mornings you're like, yeesh.
No, it's never a yeesh. Never a yeesh.
What's up, ugly?
Except when she was pregnant, and then I relaxed.
What do you think for Bobby 12K?
I'm thankful for my family, of course. I'm thankful for how many of these stars have aligned in order to get this basement kind of rocking and rolling.
By stars, he means subs.
Shut the fuck up. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the Cool Table Network.
Yes.
I'm thankful for Justin coming over and helping me with my lights in a couple weeks, hopefully. And I'll tell you this. I met up with Extra Zero. Had like a meetup in Maryland.
Yeah, recently. I saw that. That's pretty cool.
I rode with Pinkerton and Brink. Brink needs to move to Maryland. Brink, you need to fucking get over that shit in Delaware and come on down here. But I'll tell you what I'm thankful for. I'm seeing it more and more. Shout out to Lowry, and I saw him and Anna and Russ. They got together and went and saw a movie together. And Tyler flew in, which is wild. And then Dave and Jose got together in New York with Gary, and they had a dinner together. I am thankful that we have created collectively a platform where people are spending time together personally, getting to know each other's families, getting to know each other's kids. That shit is, I don't know. That's way different than how it was when everything started, and I am thankful that it has become a more personable thing. It warms my heart, even though I wasn't invited to any of that shit, and that's cool. I don't blame any of you guys. But even though I wasn't invited to any of that shit, I'm thankful to see you guys getting together.
Would you have gone?
No.
You weren't invited. They yuled you.
No, I was just making a joke. He
would have gone. Jose, you're a dickhead.
Yeah, Jose. No, it was Dave. I would have. Dave, I may have come, and you'll never know. So yeah, sing the Ghostbusters theme, Matt. Let's get out of here.
I think that sounds like
safe place, free from safety.
Shoutouts to Cool Table Network, ROC, Legends Around, Toy Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, Nerd Rage Radio, and Wigs.
And my personal favorite, the well-established Gentleman's Show, Stasis Lock. at Real Robot and Fear Corpse. I am Ratchet. Third party TF Crashers and Open Your Toys podcast. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Its sole purpose is entertainment. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and shut the fuck up, Jim!